the gentlelady from Guam, Ms. Bordallo, for the purposes of a colloquy with the chairman.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the gentleman for yielding and wish to engage the gentleman from Texas, the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, in a colloquy. Let me first start by thanking Chairman Thornberry, Ranking Member Smith, and the committee staff for working diligently with us to address the workforce issues impacting the military realignment on Guam. The conference agreement includes a provision to remedy the H-2B visa denial issue, particularly affecting construction projects on Guam, by granting USCIS the authority to approve temporary workers for construction work directly connected to or associated with the military realignment occurring on Guam through 2023. Providing for this temporary workforce is very important, given the strategic importance of Guam as the sole U.S. territory in the Western Pacific capable of basing significant joint force capabilities, and the reality that exceedingly few U.S. mainland workers are willing to travel to Guam to perform this temporary work. So my understanding is that the intent behind the inclusion of the phrase "associated with" is to allow for approval of visas for individuals performing work not only on military-funded facilities and infrastructure, but also for civilian infrastructure projects outside the gate. For example, infrastructure projects funded by the federal government, the government of Guam, or non-governmental sources that are being done in part because of the increased number of military personnel and military families moving to Guam. Is that the chairman's understanding of the intent behind the provision?
If the gentlelady would yield, I want to thank the ranking member of the Readiness Subcommittee for her work on this issue. From my visit to Guam last year, I've seen the tremendous military buildup and military value of Guam, and I understand that more is needed as Guam remains a strategic fixture in ensuring peace and stability in the Indo-Asia Pacific region. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to yield an additional 30 seconds to the gentlelady from Guam if she would continue to yield to me.
Gentlelady is recognized.
If the gentlelady will continue to yield, I agree with the gentlelady's understanding of the provision. I further support efforts to ensure that Guam has the workforce needed to maintain its strategic posture and military presence necessary for the national security of the United States, and I look forward to continuing to work with the gentlelady from Guam toward that end. I yield back.
I thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and appreciate your great support and look forward to continuing to work with you on the implementation of this provision and to address the future workforce needs on Guam in the support of the military realignment. And with that, I yield back.
Gentlelady, back. Gentleman from Washington.